Numbers, please.
Mr. Mignon,
Here.
Mr. Francis, Mrs. Irwin Adams, Mrs. McGinnis,
Here.
Mr. Cook, Mr. McCauley,
Here.
Mr. Romanowitz,
Here.
Mr. Pacifico, Mr. Pappas.
Here. Okay, I'd like to announce that prior to this meeting, we had an executive session that started around 5:30, ended about 6:10 to discuss some personnel issues. We'll move forward with special presentations. We have School Board of Directors recognition.
Good evening. We're going to start with the presentation. I'd like to introduce sophomore Lucas Gordy. I don't know if Hunter Kling is here. If he's here, I'm going to invite him up as well. Mrs. Terry Myers and Barbara Shope, and also Amy Palfy. If come on, you want to come up, I'd appreciate it. Did Hunter come? Okay, he didn't get his letter either. CPR training provides information on skills needed to assist adults, children, and infants in cardiac emergencies. CPR classes also include training on the use of an AED, as well as the proper way to administer the Heimlich maneuver in the event of a choking emergency. Tonight, we want to acknowledge the courageous efforts of Lucas Gordy, as well as Mrs. Myers, who in 2 separate incidents successfully administered the Heimlich maneuver to assist an individual in need. Lucas was getting some food with his teammates prior to leaving for a basketball game when Hunter began to choke. Lucas recognized his distress, administered the Heimlich maneuver, dislodging the obstruction. Lucas credits the instruction he learned in Mrs. Palfy's health class. Pennsylvania requires high school students to learn CPR and how to use an AED, which is taught in our health classes for grades 9 through 12. Mrs. Myers aided Barbara Shope on an SEA at Pleasant Valley Elementary. And I hope you don't mind, I'm taking the liberty of reading what you had sent to Mrs. Flegel. I wanted to share with you that there is a hero among us. Too often people aren't recognized for going above and beyond when needed. I am an SEA at Pleasant Valley. On Friday, November 22nd, I was eating lunch in the staff lunchroom and started choking. Terry Myers came into the room where I was and immediately took action to perform the Heimlich maneuver to help me. I truly believe that she saved my life. If it weren't for her quick actions and knowledge of what to do, I wouldn't be writing this to you. I thank God for her being there, her quick action, and knowing what to do. I appreciate that the school district provides us with the training to act when needed. Thanks to Terry, I am okay, but without what she did, the outcome would have not been the best. I feel that people are put in the right place on the right time, and I was fortunate that Terry was willing to act on my behalf. She deserves the Good Samaritan Award. I appreciate it if you would acknowledge her for her heroic efforts. So tonight we're honored this evening to recognize what the 2 of you had done, recognize Amy Palfy and our teachers for the things that they do in the classroom and teaching our kids. Glad you were paying attention. And tonight we have our gift certificate acknowledging those efforts, and a Sheets gift card donated by Sheets for your efforts as well. So congratulations. Here, can I take Barbara, can I take a quick photo? Right here. Okay, that would be great. One far in there. Perfect. There it is. There you go. Beautiful. The other special presentation we had this evening, January is Board Recognition Month, and we always like to take this time to thank our board members for what you do and for the contributions that you make and the sacrifices that you make for our school district. A couple fast facts, and we give them every year, I feel, although I think they are important to remind our families and our community that all school board members are elected to a 4-year term and serve as volunteers without pay. School directors are key decision makers on issues such as school safety and security, budgeting, policy, hiring, and textbooks. I find this very interesting, and I'm very proud. It says 41% of school directors attended the schools in the district they serve. 100% of our school board directors are Altoona graduates. Years of service, Mr. Francis has served 29 years to date, Mrs. Irwin Adams 7 years, Mrs. McGinnis 3 years, Mr. Mignon 3 years, Mr. Cook 2 years, Mr. McCauley 1 year, Mr. Pacifico 1 year, Mr. Pappas 1 year, and Mr. Romanowitz 1 year. So our presentation to you this evening is we have a representative from each one of our elementary schools as well as the Learning Express. Each school has selected a book that best represents their school. And inside that book is a book plate that was already installed by the Altoona Public Library. And the plate reads, "In honor of your particular name, AASD Board of Director, for your dedication and service to Altoona Area School District students," given by the student's name, or the school name, January 2025. So although we will be handing your books to you this evening, we will ask for you to hand them back to us, and they will be donated and put into circulation at the Altoona Public Library. So at this time, I'm very proud to introduce our students. Representing Ebner Elementary, we have Whitney Irwin, and she is here with her father, Megan and Eric Irwin. And Dr. Douglas Klein is the principal. Henley Cruz is representing Juniata Elementary, and she is here with her principal, Brandy Orner, and her mom, Teddy Leonard, is with her this evening. Olivia Scott, representing Juniata Gap Elementary, and Mrs. Rosas. She is here tonight with her mom, Tanya Scott. Come on, you can walk over, way over. Sophia Riggleman represents the Learning Express Preschool, and Amanda Kurtz is with her this evening, and she's with her mom and dad, Katie and Bill Riggleman. Kendall Gilliam Jr., representing Pleasant Valley Elementary with Mrs. Terry Myers. And he is here tonight with Tashay and Kendall Gilliam, his parents. Then we have Miles Stewart representing Logan Elementary with Mr. Jim Abbott, and he's here tonight with his mom, Catherine Stewart. Dalton Durham representing Penn Lincoln Elementary, here with Mr. Peterman and his mom, Bettina Durham. Riley McDonald represents Baker Elementary, and Mrs. Flegel's escorting her tonight, and she is here with Taylor Satimio, her mom. And then representing McAuliffe Heights program at Irving Elementary, we have Rhett Bilodeau here with his mom, Kristen Anastasi, and Mrs. Gray is his principal. Ready? Over there to Mr. Cook.
Hello, my name is Whitney Irwin. I'm a 5th grade student at Ebner Elementary School. I would like to thank Mr. Chris Cook for hiring teachers and staff that care about us and help us with anything we need each and every day. On behalf of all the students, staff, and faculty at Ebner Elementary School, it is my honor to present you with this book, Our School is a Family by Shannon Olson. Thank you for your service.
Stay right here.
Hello, my name is Henley Cruz. I'm a 5th grade student at Juniata Elementary School. I would like to thank Mr. Romanowitz for encouraging us to stay healthy and active and giving us the chance to excel through athletics and extracurricular activities. On behalf of students, staff, and teachers at Juniata Elementary School, it is my honor to present you with this book, Only One You by Linda Krantz. Thank you for your service. Hello, my name is Olivia Scott. I'm a second grade student at Juniata Gap Elementary School. I would like to thank Mr. Dave Francis for understanding the importance of becoming a good leader and for his support of the Leader in Me program. My friends and I are working hard developing leadership qualities on behalf of the students and staff at Juniata Gap Elementary. It is my honor to present you with this book. Have you filled a bucket today? A guide to Daily Happiness for Kids by Carol McLeod. Thank you for your service to the Altoona Area School District.
You guys want to give him the book? Hello, this is my friend Sophia Riggleman, and she attends the Learning Express preschool at Washington Jefferson. We would like to thank Mrs. Kelly Irwin Adams for her commitment to preschool education and making sure that we are ready for kindergarten. On behalf of the students and teachers at our school, it is an honor to present you with one of our favorite books, The Color Monster, a pop-up book of feelings by Anna Linus. Thank you for your service. And Mr. Hatch is going to accept the book for Mrs. Adams. You hand it to him? Go ahead. Good job, sweetie. Everyone stand here.
Hello, my name is Kendall Gilliam Jr. I am a fifth grade student at Pleasant Valley Elementary School. I would like to thank Mr. Mignon for making the tough decisions and working hard behind the scenes to make Altoona Area School District a great place to go to school. On behalf of the students, staff, and teachers at Pleasant Valley Elementary School, it is my honor to present you with this book, The Importance of Education. This book was written by the third grade students at Pleasant Valley Elementary School in 2021 and 2022. Thank you for your service.
Got my name right.
Hello, my name is Miles Stewart, and I'm a fifth grade student at Logan Elementary School. I'd like to thank Mrs. Stephanie McInnes for providing us with programs and opportunities related to our education. On behalf of the students, staff, and teachers at Logan Elementary School, it is my honor to present you with this book, The World Needs Who You Were Made to Be by Joanna Gaines. Thank you for your service. My name is Dalton Durham, and I am a fifth grade student at Penn Lincoln Elementary School. I would like to thank Mr. Bob Pacifico for providing us with programs and opportunities related to music education. On behalf of the students, staff, and teachers at Penn Lincoln Elementary School, it is my honor to present you with this book, Wonder by R.G. Palacio. Thank you for your service.
Hello, my name is Riley McDonald. I am a second grade student at Baker Elementary School. I would like to thank Mr. Justin McCauley for his time and commitment to making sure we get
academic education that challenges us to become lifelong learners. On behalf of all the students and staff at Baker Elementary School, it is my honor to present you with this book, School is More Than a Building by Kelly Donner. Thank you for your service.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Rhett Billadou. I am a fifth grade student in the McAuliffe Heights program at Irving Elementary School. I'd like to thank Mr. Mike Pappas for keeping our classroom up to date with the ever-changing technology needs. It is the way we like to learn. On behalf of all the students, staff, and teachers at McAuliffe Heights, it is my honor to present you with this book, The Challenger Explosion by Heather Adamson. Thank you for your service.
So at this time, if I could have the board members step around to the front, stand with your student representative. We're going to take a quick photo, and then I'll ask everybody to get together for a quick group photo. And while everyone's getting in place, I want to thank the students for representing their schools. You all did a great job this evening, and we're very proud of you. Okay, I can see everybody. Okay, ready? Count of three. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
All right, we can get started, and I'll tell you what, I'd like to stop there. That's about the best thing that has happened since I've been on this board. So thank you for whose ever idea that was in organizing that. That makes you understand why you do what you do as a member of a school board, to see those kids. So thank you very much for the recognition and everybody who took part in it. greatly appreciated. Now, on the business. We're at item number 3 on our agenda, resolution of the Board of Directors. Administration requests approval of the accelerated opt-out resolution certifying the tax rate will not exceed the Act 1 index of 5.8%. Do I have a motion to approve this action? It's next. On my agenda anyways. Okay. Did I have a motion? Okay. Do I have a second? Okay. Would anybody like to discuss this? If not, I will. So this is the part where we're not agreeing to raise taxes in any way. We're just agreeing that we won't raise them above a certain level when the opportunity comes in June or whenever we make that decision. This just sets in stone that we will not put forth a referendum to raise the rate above 5.8%. And I looked earlier today, we still have the lowest millage rate in the state of Pennsylvania of any school district. So from a tax perspective, if you talk about wanting to live anywhere else, your rates will be higher elsewhere. So past boards, administrations have done an outstanding job here, and we continue to do so. So thank you. So anybody else like to add anything? Okay. All in favor of approving this resolution, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion carries. Now, we're on to hearing from citizens. Do we have any citizens here who would like to address the board? Seeing none, we'll move on. Number 5, we have minutes from 4 different meetings. We'll keep them all together. So we're seeking approval of the regular board meeting minutes from November 12th, 2024, approval of the reorganization meeting minutes from December 2nd, 2024, approval of regular board meeting minutes from December 2nd, 2024, and approval of committee of the whole superintendent state of the district meeting minutes from December 16th, 2024. Can I have a motion to approve these minutes?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Would anybody like to discuss any of the contents of these minutes? No? All in favor of approving the minutes from these 4 meetings, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we'll move on to finance. We've all been provided a list of payments that we could all have the opportunity to peruse. We have some financial reports, again, that we all had the opportunity to peruse. And under C, we have some honorariums. Request of approval to pay student-approved honorariums to the staff members listed below for the Altoona Area Junior High School Fall Drama Musical. The honorarium will be paid from the Drama Student Activity Account for the 24-25 school year. Ashley Cover, $600, Lindsay Smith, $600, and Lucy Craig, $300. Can I have a motion to approve these 3 items under finance? Do I have a second? Any discussion? All right. I will take this opportunity to, again, bring up the cyber charter situation that I continue to bring up. I had asked Brad's team to put together some numbers for me. So it looks like last year we paid more than $4 million to 11 different cyber charter schools. It's pretty small. We had 388 total students in these cyber charter schools across different grade levels. The tuition rate that we pay charter schools if I read correctly, is $10,649. After, that's calculated after the state excludes 39% of our expenses from that calculation. Special ed, cyber was 24,149. Just starting in January of this year, it went to 18,940, if I am correct. However, when they calculate that rate, they take 78% of the brick and mortar cost. So it's an unfair comparison. Again, they exclude 39% of our expenses for the regular student calculation, but only exclude 22% in their favor for the cyber calculation. So again, I just want to continue to bring that up every time I have the opportunity. Again, $4 million in a, what will our budget be? 127 million, 130 million. It's a significant number when we could do it for much less and do it probably better. So anybody else like to discuss anything? Okay, I'll be done then. All in favor of approving these 3 items under finance, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Under 7, we have the first readings of several policies, eligibility of non-resident students, personal necessity leave, tuition income, and opening exercises, moment of silence, flag displays. Can I have a motion to approve these first readings? Do I have a second? Would anybody like to discuss any of these? Again, just a little personal commentary. I think it's the opening exercises, moment of silence, flag displays is an important policy that we continue to uphold, and I'm glad to see that it's still a thing. So glad to see that. Anybody else? Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. We'll move to number 8, education. The administration requests expulsion of a secondary student 954394 as outlined in the disciplinary hearing. Item B, the administration recommends expulsion of a secondary student as outlined in the statement of rights, waiver of hearing in agreement. C, administration requests approval of the university district certification preparation memorandum of understanding with Wilkes University. Under D, administration requests the approval of 2 BG Academy staff to attend the 2025 NCEA annual conference in Orlando, Florida from April 22nd to the 24th of this year. The associated costs would come from non-public Title II funds and would not exceed $2,000. NCA, I would imagine, is National Catholic Education, something. Okay. E, request approval to implement the extended school year program for summer 2025 required by Chapter 14 regulations. F, we're being asked to approve secondary field trips. G, administration requests that the Board of Directors approves the Altoona Area High School TSI non-Title I school plan for the 24-25 school year. The plan was attached. H, graduate credit reimbursement per Mr. Hatch's contract. Administration requests approval of course DOL 801, 3 credits, and course DOL 713, 3 credits to be taken in spring 2025 towards continuation of his doctoral program. And last, under education, we have a list of volunteers to approve. I think we could take all those with one vote, so I would ask for a motion to approve items 8A through I. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second? Would anybody like to discuss any of these? Brad, are you in these classes right now?
I am actually. The spring courses just started today, so I read 133 pages yesterday.
I bet you're excited. I bet you're
Very excited. Yeah, we have five books in the next 6 weeks, so it's a great program. It's a good cohort of people I'm working with. Very diverse, and excited about the program.
Terrific. Okay, all in favor of approving items 8A through I, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We'll move on to 9, where we have another extensive list of personnel agenda items that we all had the opportunity to see. And under B, administration recommends approval of a confidential separation and release agreement between the Altoona Area School District and employee ID number 3953, effective as of November 4th, 2024, and further authorizing the board president, superintendent of schools, and/or their designee to any or all actions necessary to effectuate same. Can I have a motion to approve items 9A and B?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Would anybody like to discuss either of these items? Okay. All in favor of approving items 9A and B, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll move on to 10, business operations. Under A, administration requests and recommends approval of transportation contracts for the following parent or guardian. Sparkle Lewis. Under B, approval is requested to waive 2024 real estate taxes for the property owned by Catalyst Church at 2500 through 2502 4th Avenue, Altoona, Pennsylvania 16602. Tax exempt status was approved by Blair County after real estate tax bills were issued by the Altoona Area School District. The face amount due is $984.48. Penalty and interest of $98.45 for a total of $1,082.93 as of December 2024. Item C, administration requests and recommends approval to purchase the property at 108 4th Street, Altoona, Pennsylvania 16602 for the Redevelopment Authority of Altoona Land Bank. Acquisition cost is $1,000 plus associated recording, deed preparation, and title search costs not to exceed $1,000. Property is adjacent to the Washington and Jefferson Building and will be used for staff parking. Under D, administration requests and recommends approval of a change order in the amount of $5,000 to supply and install 2 rows of snowbird snow guards on the existing metal roof at Pleasant Valley Elementary School. The cost of the change order will be covered by the $12,300 contingency amount approved at the September 16th, 2024 board meeting. Under E, we have a list of capital reserve payments to approve, and under F, capital projects list of payments. Looking for a motion to approve items 10A through F. Do I have a second? Anybody like to discuss any of these items? Okay. All in favor of approving items 10A through F, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Under 11, one item A, under facility facilities and maintenance. Administration requests and recommends approval to contract with Pyramid Engineering to perform a feasibility study on district-wide HVAC systems, cost not to exceed $20,000, payment to be made from the Capital Reserve Fund. Do I have a motion to approve this item? I'll second. Keep it going here. Would anybody like to discuss this proposal?
Just one thing, the cost of this total project is how much total for all the schools, the potential?
Potentially as high as 6 million.
And what's our capital reserve?
Well, right at the minute, capital reserve is sitting right around 6 or 7 million.
Okay, and this will be done, if this is approved, this will be done per different schools at different times, so. And then there's other projects we're looking at also, which would total, paving projects, other projects, which would total how much? If you asked, but you,
I don't, the paving projects were close to $1 million. We were looking at another roof that was 1.5 million. And then the window project at Logan was close to 4 million.
yeah. So
2.4.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is we have to put as much in capital reserve as we possibly can. And, it's for this district and the age of our buildings, we're going to have to spend a lot of money. And capital reserve is so important. And I got to give Brad credit. We've grown the last few years I've been here. And, but it's going to be expensive.
The feasibility study ranks them by importance as well.
It will prioritize based on need of the facility. And it'll also look at how complex and comprehensive, based on the existing systems that are within each individual building, what that may look like. It also is going to have a variety of scopes depending on what level of intervention we're going to have at each building, from general maintenance and rewiring to complete overhaul.
I think we discussed that it helped us not vote for something and then be surprised when they got in there and found more too. This would give us the whole picture.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor of approving this feasibility study, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion carries. Under 12, new business. Administration recommends approval for the Red Cross to use the Altoona Area Junior High School Field House on July 15th of this year from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. for their annual Blood Blitz. All right, I got it. The event is actually scheduled for 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fees will be waived and certificate of insurance will be provided. Would somebody like to make a motion to approve that? Second. Would anybody like to discuss that? No. Okay. All in favor of approving item 12A, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, motion carries. Moving to number 13, do we have any committee chair reports?
Yeah, just from the Central Blair and Rec Commission, they'll be holding their dinner, their classic dinner on March 1st at the Bavarian Hall. And Bernie Chapman will be one of the recipients, and Hyman Anico will be another. So it'd be nice if we get out. I think they have 500 tickets available. So if we could get out and support it, and we are part of it. So it's a good cause, and it's a good organization, and these two gentlemen deserve recognition.
Thanks, Dave. Anyone else from their committees? Board President's report. I have none. I spoke enough tonight. I see Ms. Giosa is not here, so we won't have. You have a report for her? Okay, go ahead, Brad.
Yeah, Gracie is having senior night as part of the swim program this evening, which is why she's not here this evening, but she did provide us with a report to read. Students got back from winter break on January 2nd, and on the 6th, we had a flexible instructional day due to the poor weather. The FID day went smoothly, and so did the 2-hour delay that happened the following day. Thespians traveled to Westchester to attend the Pennsylvania State Thespian Conference, also known as the ThesFest, from the 2nd to the 5th. Performing arts students in attendance had an opportunity to compete for scholarships and prizes. Rehearsals have also begun for the junior high's production of Beauty and the Beast Jr. Soon, rehearsals will begin for the high school spring musical, The Little Mermaid. Orchestra students are competing at the district orchestra from the 9th to the 11th. The Care Club, which got approved at the November 12th school board meeting, will have their first meeting on the 15th. And the bocce team is set to have a highly anticipated game against crosstown rivals Hollidaysburg, and that is tomorrow at the Field House. So if you've never been to a high school bocce match, I'd highly encourage you to attempt to make an appearance at one of these. It is a very special event. Thank you.
All right. Do you have your own report?
My own report is just to reiterate from our student presentation earlier this evening. Want to thank all of our board members for your service. Our collaboration is benefiting our students, our staff, and the community, and I can't thank you enough for the positive interactions that we have on a regular basis, and look forward to continue with working with all of you in the near future. Thank you.
Thanks. We'll move on to 14. Other comments? Do we have an employee union's response? Seeing no one. Middle management? Seeing no one. Mr. Solicitor?
I always, excuse me, I always report on Title IX, always give you an update on that Kansas case. And of course, we were impacted when that court issued a stay across the nation if there were certain chapters of Moms of Liberty, and that did impact the district. That went up to the 10th Circuit. It's just sitting there. And of course, you know, it's following the process. Clearly a judge down in a federal district court in Kentucky got tired of the, you know, playing around with these Title IX regulations. And on Thursday, basically came out and struck down the Title IX regulations across the at least continental United States. So really what that means, somebody could attempt to appeal that, but as you know, next week, and a new administration is coming in. So that is probably highly unlikely to occur, which means we're going to go back. All of that mess of trying to have training by August 1 and getting all these people in and trained, et cetera. We're probably going to go back to the old regulations, and we probably just need to do some refreshers. So that is some good news. Takes a lot of stress off a lot of individuals, but Title IX is still alive and well. But it basically is coming through as the recommendations from the Trump administration from when he was previously in office. So it's a full circle, and we're back from whence we started, and here we go again. Oh, and we're going to put our newsletter out tomorrow to explain all that to everybody.
Okay. Thanks, Carl. With nothing else on the agenda, I will seek a motion to adjourn this meeting. I'll count you as the move and use the second. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, everyone.